Hey guys, Richard again, not at Writers here doing the latest Doctor Who video. Now, the Balaclava and Black Glove is much more appropriate. This is the dark episode's beginning. This is the two-parter, Silence in the Library by Stephen Moffat, his story for the series. Yeah, two-parter. Again, I'm just going to do both in one. These are absolute masterpieces. Could do a huge video, one for each, but now again, let's try and keep it brief and to the point. If I can do that, because it's not my speciality. But yeah, two in one. Hope it won't be too long, but I hope I won't ramble on too much and just make it an enjoyable vid. So, on to it then. So basically, the Doctor and Donna get a message saying, come to the library X. And no idea who sent that there, but they arrive. Basically, the biggest library in the universe. It's like a planet filled with books, and not one person is alive. That seems a bit strange. And yeah, basically the shadows are moving. Like the Doctor and Donna have to make a run for it. Donna kicks the door open in quite hilarious fashion because you ask her, you're good at that. Well, you're good at that. Do it often. Boyfriends. So, yeah, I don't know what she means there. But yeah, basically there's shadows in there. And then a bunch of archaeologists show up. A woman shows up who seems to know the Doctor. Hello, sweetie, you got my message, did you? And she's even got a version of the Doctor's screwdriver, and she is someone he is like the closest person that's like the person she is the one person he's the closest to ever in the future, his future. She knows the Doctor like way into his timeline, but he has no idea who she is. So basically shadows are alive. There's these creatures called Vashnarada which will strip you to the bone in seconds. And they basically work through River's team of archaeologists. And God, there's some creepy stuff that goes on. So the Doctor basically sends Donna away to TARDIS to get her out to safety, because if the shadows get to her and basically it doesn't work, the Donna gets teleported away. And at the end, she's basically a face on this like statue saying Donna Noble has left the library. Donna Noble has been saved. And the episode, the Doctor's basically being chased. The National Vashnarada reanimate the bodies of the people they kill. You got your catchphrase, hey, who turned down the lights? You've got the people inside the astronaut suits, stripped to the bones. You see like a skeleton head inside, and they see going after Dr. River and like the survivors of their group. And that's basically the end of part one. So part two picks up immediately off that. Donna is in this like world, this world that she's never seen before, basically. When she was like saved, she ended up in this like completely new world. Having children, a husband, the perfect husband who's got a stammer so he can hardly say anything, and a guy who worships her, gorgeous as she says. He's quite well built and can't speak back. A perfect man. And then she basically in there and gradually realizes things aren't what they seem. The Doctor is with River and the few surviving members of her group, and she basically tells the Doctor there's only one way he'll trust her, by whispering something to his ear, and just like that, he truly trusts her. As it gets to the end, they realise what's going on. The library they're in, everyone is gone, but they've been saved. There's basically the memory core of the library is this little girl who has been able to save everyone before the shadows got them. Not everyone, but almost everyone anyway. And basically, even the ones that have died, their consciousness can get moved in. A version of them themselves can live in this library. Basically, it turns out there's this little girl who you see throughout the episode watching her TV with her. She's got her dad and her doctor, Dr. Moon, with her. They're and it turns out that world seems to be real, while the library is something in her imagination, like something she can watch on TV but no one else can see. And it turns out the exact opposite. One of the River's archaeologists, demanding they all sign paperwork and they're refusing to. He won't tell the Doctor what's really going on, and eventually turns out the little girl is his father's granddaughter or something. Basically, she was dying, and basically they put her inside the library, allowing her to live that way, but she can sort of see the outside world, so she was able to save everyone. And the episode ends with the Doctor deciding he can bring everyone back by basically plugging himself into the library. He'll send a current through, but he'll of course be okay and regenerate, and then everyone will get like unsaved and brought out of the library and get to live again permanently. And he's wrong. He's convinced he'll live, but River's like, no, you'll burn out your heart, so you won't regenerate. And he's like, no, there's no time. And River sacrifices herself to him. So the thing she said to him was his name. One thing the Doctor's never told anybody except, well, obviously his family. His parents would have known, but yeah, he probably would have told his children's real name, but he basically says, though, there's only one place he could ever reveal his true name to somebody. And you just wonder, though, how's that happen? It's like, yeah, River's got to come back in the future. Yeah, River plugs herself in. She dies. Everyone else lives, and it ends with the Doctor realizing, why would him in the future give a screwdriver to River? And he realizes why. He's basically been able to download her consciousness into it. So he great moment when he just runs back in, plugs her in, and she's able to live forever as a data ghost, but in that library. And it's a great ending. It's Stephen Moffat's Everybody Lives thing getting pushed a bit too far, but I like it. It all works really well, but I get the criticism for it. So yeah, that's basically the summary in 5.5 minutes. So let's get to the first thing, the main part of this. River, someone like the Doctor trusts more than anybody in the future. Her reaction when Donna introduces herself suggests that, again, Donna keeps getting a lot of hints that she's going to die in this series, and that something terrible is going to happen. And yeah, clearly something terrible has happened here. She knows the Doctor in the future. It could be Dave Tennant's body, or it could even be another body. If he regenerates, who knows? Which is a great mystery there. And my God, the acting. Like the scene when Rivers plugged herself in, and he's saying, let me do this. I've got a chance. She's like, you wouldn't have a chance, and neither do I. And yeah, he wouldn't. And it turns out, she can't let the Doctor do that, even though she's going to die, because if he dies, she'll never meet him, and she won't let that change no matter what. It's just, God, the acting is a masterpiece, especially David Tennant, having to play someone who doesn't know who this woman is, but clearly he will one day, and it's just his acting is absolutely outstanding. Like I've said in previous episodes, Series 2 is a bit shaky. Series 3 has got the dodgy moments, but that's more just the whole reaction to the Buddy Rose stuff. But Series 4, Series 3's mostly nailed it, but it's a bit more just suffering from bad writing occasionally. But Series 4, he's nailed his performance. He knows exactly how to play the character, and he just gets it so right here. You got the really emotional ending there. You got the heroic bit when he realizes he can save River by plugging her into the library. You've got the really good bit when he's facing against the shadows. They basically, after one of the people he actually quite likes from River's group, because she just didn't give in to her terror when the shadows latched onto her, but she didn't break down. And when he realizes they have killed her, there's a great scene. Look it up on YouTube. He basically tells the Bashta Narada how he really liked Anita, and how she, when she was terrified, she didn't break down, and they stripped her to the bone. But he's going to let that pass if they'll let everyone go. Basically, it turns out the reason everyone's been saved because the Bashta Narada, that planet was their home planet, and that's why I call it Forest of the Dead. It's they all their trees, everything was cut down, turned into books for every book in existence, and Bashta Narada basically lost their home and took revenge by killing everyone. And but of course they won't let everyone go because it's a perfect source of food. The Doctor manages to negotiate, and there's a great scene when the shadows start advancing, and the Doctor, he looks down, there's just no fear whatsoever. He just really calmly and angrily tells her, you don't do that. I'm the Doctor. Look me up. And the shadows just stop and then retreat. It's absolutely great. But then the great bit where River says how she's seen his entire armies run away from the Doctor, and he can just click his fingers and the doors open. It's oh wow, gotta see what's coming. We need more of this. And again, is it David Tennant's Doctor? Is it going to be a future one? Because she looks in his eyes and she's looking I'm guessing this is probably quite early for you. And it's just so much great mystery, and she's a superb character, and it's a real shame she dies, but it's nice though that she has been saved in the end, even though she does get to live on in some way. But yeah, oh god, let's get to the sad and really dark stuff this episode. So yeah, the whole data ghost. Basically, the astronauts, archaeologists in astronaut suits, have got these flash blinking lights on them. It's like a life support thing. But if they die, their consciousness can kind of hang on for a bit longer. Kind of I suppose it's it's given the dignity of being able to say goodbye. And yeah, there's a really sad bit when the really dumb girl who Donna grows close to, she ends up getting killed, and she's trying to thank Donna for being kind to her, and she's flickering out of existence, and her voice is repeating. It's just so sad. Jesus, the horrible stuff Donna sees. She says that's the most horrible thing I've ever seen. It's she has witnessed some terrible things, and there's just stuff like that. Those shadows are genuinely creepy because, of course, everyone is scared of the dark at some point. It's just a natural fear, and it's just much like the angel statues, things moving when you're not looking at them in Blink, and now you got shadows coming at you, which you can't possibly escape from. So that's onto you. Great stuff. Yeah, it's a superb episode. Great characters. I love the meta-ness of like the girl watching Doctor Who on her TV. Donna's role, watching her like discover that the world she's in is fake, and like how you just kind of when someone says let's go for a walk, and then suddenly just like that she's having a walk. It's a bit like the Futurama episode with time skips, and just like that is like how time skips randomly affect different people differently. Like you see these kids, freeloading pensioners, why should I have to pay their social security? And then suddenly time skip, and those two are like old men like, I deserve free money. It's like that, like, or how when what was it? Oh yeah, that's it. Fry volunteers to play the basketball team. Like, we're like 30, we're up by 30 balls, 30 baskets with a minute to go. What could go wrong? And suddenly, like, they lose. Fry's to blame. It's kind of like that. And yeah, Donna's just suddenly there 1 minute, and then suddenly, let's go for a walk. I'm gonna take the kids home, and they're home, and it all like falls apart, and she discovers what's going on, and the illusion just falls apart. And yeah, it's quite a sad ending when everyone does get brought back. Donna goes looking for her husband in that world. Lee thinks he wasn't real because it was just fairly too good to be true. And there's sad ending. He sees Donna, lets out, try to get her attention, but the stammer cuts him off, and he vanishes. So yeah, it's a real shame. But a very, very good episode. Great two-parter. And yeah, like I said in previous episode, it's going to start getting dark from now on. That is it, and I will see you next time.